Sergio Perez's tenure with Red Bull has come to a bitter end, marking a dramatic conclusion to a partnership that started with high hopes but ended in mutual frustration. While Perez insists Red Bull didn't fight hard enough for the Constructors' title, the reality is far more complex and costly. Perez's time at Red Bull began with promise, including 4 podiums in the first 5 races of the 2024 season. But the turning point came at the Monaco Grand Prix, where a catastrophic crash not only ended his race, but also cost Red Bull an estimated $3 million in damages. The situation worsened 2 weeks later in Canada, where Perez spun into the wall, leaving the team scrambling to repair not just the car, but also their confidence in him. Internally, tensions boiled over by mid-season. Senior engineers reportedly vented their frustrations to Christian Horner after Perez qualified 19th at the British Grand Prix, an event where Lewis Hamilton claimed victory. Despite efforts to adjust setups and even replace Perez's race engineer temporarily, nothing seemed to click for the driver of the number 11 car. Red Bull's patience, uncharacteristic as it was, extended longer than most expected. Perez's manager, Julian Jacobi, a seasoned negotiator who previously worked with Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, had secured a lucrative contract extension for his client. And when Red Bull sought to end the partnership, Jacobi pushed hard for an even bigger payout to move Perez into an ambassadorial role, a demand that Red Bull flatly rejected. As McLaren surged into contention, with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri leading their charge, Perez's struggles became even more glaring. Perez scored just 9 points in the final 7 races, a stark contrast to Max Verstappen's relentless dominance. Even when Verstappen began experiencing issues with the RB20's handling, he adapted in ways Perez simply couldn't. This only highlighted the gulf between the two drivers. "It's not all on me," Perez insisted during his departure interviews. "I still feel like I have a few years in me, but it's very unfortunate that we did not fight any harder for the Constructors." However, critics argue that Red Bull gave Perez more chances than they did previous drivers, like Alex Albon or Pierre Gasly, both of whom were replaced within 2 seasons despite less dramatic underperformance. The final straw came during Perez's home race in Mexico, where he failed to escape Q1 and delivered a messy race performance. Red Bull insiders felt that if he couldn't deliver in front of his adoring home crowd, the likelihood of a turnaround elsewhere was slim. Liam Lawson's impressive performances, including a gritty debut in Zandvoort last year and consistent racecraft, cemented Red Bull's decision to promote him for 2025. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner reflected on the decision. "Checo started the season so strongly, but from Monaco onwards, it's been tough. We tried everything to support him, but it became clear that now is the right time for him to step away." Perez's exit underscores the challenges of being Max Verstappen's teammate. While Verstappen praised Perez for his experience and feedback, the Dutchman's ability to extract maximum performance from the car every weekend made Perez's shortcomings all the more glaring. As Red Bull turns its attention to Lawson, questions linger about whether the young driver can handle the immense pressure of partnering Verstappen. For Perez, a year away from the sport might offer the reset he needs. With 6 career wins and a reputation that once shone brightly, his name will undoubtedly resurface in the 2025 driver market.